I'm Dr. Mary Worley. I'm an assistant professor in the Communication and Journalism department, and we'll be talking about CJ 260, which is our Introduction to Integrated Strategic Communication. So an introductory course to one of our majors within the department. So this course overall provides students within our major, the minor, or the certificate, or students who take it as an elective, just a peek into what it means to be working in strategic communication, so public relations, advertising, and marketing. So this course provides a large foundation. A lot of our goals are really focused on getting students interested in this material, understanding the differences and similarities between each of those areas, and integrating multimedia, so they have a chance to do some of that hands-on work, not only analyzing existing communication, but thinking about what that creation looks like. So we do a number of projects during our lab throughout the semester. This class has both a lecture and lab component. And lab is an opportunity for students to do a lot of that hands-on work. So that's a really creative space for them to work through different projects and have an opportunity to do things individually. And one of the last projects they work on is an integrated campaign with a group of other students. So a chance to meet other people in the major as well. I like to have that as an objective of the class, to get them familiar with each other, which really sets them up for those classes that come later. We'll be talking about digital communication strategies, so looking at website content, e-commerce sites, mobile messaging, all of those types of spaces, which is one of sort of four major categories right now when we're talking about advertising content. So we've talked about traditional media, we'll talk about digital, we do social media, and then we also will cover alternative media options. So that's sort of one in a four-part space. Activities for those really come down to a lot of just working through examples. So looking at sample websites, what comes to mind when students are thinking about digital communication? What kinds of concepts are we seeing applied in that space? How have we seen digital change over time? So thinking about, we kind of go through the web 1.0 to 4.0. How have we seen these things shift? And what are we seeing coming to the future? Which is an interesting part of this class as well, really thinking about those trends and keeping up with them. And when we talk about digital and social media, there's so many trends to be keeping up with. So it's a great opportunity to bring in additional material besides the textbook too, which is nice. In addition to the content, I want them to be excited about it and to see that this degree in this major is really setting them up for so many different choices. It can be easy, I think, in a lot of majors, and we're trying to figure out what's the job after school. What am I going to do when I'm done here? And I think this presents a unique space where there are so many different options, and it's really cool to watch students in this class start to figure out what other people are interested in, and it helps them think like, oh, I could have a career in social media, or I don't know a lot about what it means to be in public relations versus advertising, and this is that space to really figure that out. So there's a lot of self-discovery and thinking about creativity, which is fun, and it provides a really solid foundation for those future classes. So we talk a lot about what research looks like in strategic communication. What does it look like to analyze our audience? And all of those concepts, I get to see them in other classes, really put those into practice even more. So it's really nice for them to see how everything in this course will go with them until they get to capstone. I really enjoy now the opportunity to see students change from this intro class to capstone, and it's really exciting to have those conversations when they get to capstone and think back to what they were doing in this class. I think a lot of times we think of introductory courses as things that we might forget, or it's just, this is the first part and the rest is going to be exciting. But this class is exciting and I love it. And it's great for our non-majors. I have some business majors, marketing majors, folks in all kinds of, a lot of graphic design students will take this course for an elective. So it's really cool to see those added perspectives in this space that we might not get to have as much in the upper levels, just with prerequisites and kind of all those things that come together.